Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you with the live post-show of WWE Payback for 2014. This overall was a great pay-per-view. Who doesn't love the WWE Network, people? This is awesome. Let me give just a slight, just switch to the side, Gemini. You got this basically for free. How could you want this to get canceled? Did you want to call your local cable provider and say, hey, please take $45 off my card so I can watch this show? No! $10 a month. Perfect. It was awesome. Basically, this started off with the pre-show. I love the WWE Network. So many times when I made reviews in the past, I said, hey, I don't know how to watch this crap on my iPad or on my phone. From where I have to watch this. So many times I missed this. Hornswoggle versus Torito. Honestly, I thought they were not going to be able to strike magic twice with this show. So many rematches on Payback. And basically, I have to eat my words on a lot of these because this was fun once again. I really didn't think we were able to see this with smoke and mirrors for a second time. Basically, Hornswoggle got his head shaved. Basically, we had to sit through Torito shaving Hornswoggle's head sitting in the barber chair. So many times, I liked the effect of somebody starting to get their head shaved. It goes on a little bit too long. So Torito got the win in here. You can basically say, he cheated a little bit. Hornswoggle did pull off his mask, but he had another mask on underneath. I've seen that spot a few times, but I don't think anybody out there thought El Torito was going to be losing that mask this fast into being there. I think that the bull gimmick is kind of stupid, but then again, he's with El Matadors. Is he going to be able to survive on his own? Maybe someday down the road, Torito loses the mask and goes off, but it's a little early right now even to be a guy that's with two job guys like El Torito in the El Matador gimmick. When the pay-per-view actually started, we started off with one of those ball-busting 80s style matches. Sheamus versus Cesaro. Basically, Sheamus got the win. I honestly thought this was a really, really good match. It's just one of those matches with a shit finish that just wasn't honestly all that great. Cesaro hits the big swing. He swung Sheamus around 16 times. This should be a big move. It's always been treated like a big move. But when, he did put Sheamus down, he walked over to Sheamus and Sheamus rolled him up. To me, honestly, this should be an offensive mover. Maybe like Cesaro is able to hit this move and he's able to counter right away from it. But, the guy that just got spun around 16 times should be, discombobulated down there on the mat. Almost like a finish. He should be ready for a 3 count, if not a good long 2 count after this. Or maybe just picked up and just thrown into the ropes for one of those big European uppercuts. Sheamus got the win. He got to keep the United States Championship. Honestly, I was upset that Cesaro lost, but I'm glad that he's not the U.S. champ. I don't know really how to put that into words. Cesaro's last time with the title didn't really go all that great. I'm looking to see Sheamus's run go to the same place where he's going to beat a few guys, and then all of a sudden, he's reached the point of where they want to get him, so he just starts losing to guys, trying to elevate other guys. It seems to be what they've done with the United States and the Intercontinental Championship as of late. Cody Rhodes and Goldust added to the card with Ryback and Curtis Axel in the tag team. Sucks to be Mr. Rose. Sucks to be Jack Swagger. The one, sort of feud that was actually being put on Raw, that was being put on SmackDown. I know we got to see the match on SmackDown this week, but why not put him on his pay-per-view debut and try to push him off in the right direction. I thought Chicago would have been a great crowd for Rose and the Exotic Express and everybody dancing and everybody getting crazy. I bet you that all those people had to drive into Chicago today and then they were told they weren't going to be used. From the pre-show is where this was basically set up, basically with them getting into it. The Brotherhood tried to put the past behind them, so they've lost a few matches and then tried to get into it, but man, it looks like Cody Rhodes and Goldust have finally reached the end. You got to think. Ryback and Curtis Axel are going to be the new #1 contender, so I don't know if they're going to blow this off on Raw, if they're going to save this for the next pay-per-view, but Ryback Axel looks like they're getting a shot at the championship once again after WrestleMania. Rusev and Big E with a good match. It was what it was. It didn't go too long, and I think that's basically what everybody wanted, to see these big guys go out there, hit the holy hell out of each other. Big E lost the match. it's one match. We're going to have to see where we go from here. But he did come out with the American flag, hacksaw style. Ho! So that was all fun. The next match is going to be one of those ones where you just scratch your head and say, what the fuck? Kofi Kingston, it was added at the last minute, maybe even the last second of the pre-show. Booker T got the word in his ear. He was breaking news like he was Bobby the Brain Heenan before a Superstars went off the air on the go home to one of the pay-per-views back in the day. But Kofi Kingston was told by Booker T, go get your gear on. You're wrestling Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas came to the ring the second the bell rang. Kane came down. What the fuck? Is Bo Dallas part of the Authority now? I had been asking for Bo Dallas to join Evolution, to maybe get that one guy that you'd be pushing towards the thing and at the Evolution gimmick. But then again, you don't want to screw up the thing of, you've never had a loser in the group. But Kane beat the hell out of Kofi. Bo told Kofi, maybe if you Bo leave, you can get better. Maybe we'll see this match on Raw. Maybe they'll do something else. Bad News Barrett versus Rob Van Dam with the Intercontinental Championship was a match. Bullhammer 1, 2, 3, and it was over. Daniel Bryan came out to make his decision with Stephanie McMahon. With this whole thing, it came down to Stephanie waving in his face, you don't want to see your wife get fired. Bree took the matter into her own hands, basically told Stephanie, you can't fire me because I quit, and then on top of that, slapped her right in the face. Are we going to get this match that people have been asking for a few months now? Stephanie McMahon against Bree. That seems to be the direction they've been going with all the, every time that they've been in the back doing these promos together, with Daniel Bryan in the middle, they've been, at it. I can see Stephanie McMahon having a match. Well, I really can't, but I really want it. We all know Bree is really improving as a wrestler, but is she going to be able to carry Stephanie, or do they think that basically if they just get in the ring and they roll around a lot, do the catfight thing of the 90s and the Attitude Era, is that going to make enough people really get off their feet, stand up, and pop? I think people have popped for that for a long time. We haven't seen it in a long time. Basically, we've got a whole bunch of divas really going out there and trying to wrestle, and it's not really working, so we'll have to find out. John Cena beat Bray Wyatt in the Last Man Standing match. I don't know. Where do they go from here? It didn't really look like a blow-off. Are we going to see this at Money in the Bank again? I hope not. Alicia Fox gave it her best. She wasn't able to beat Paige in the Divas Championship match. They did let her sort of portray her gimmick on the way out of there, so I don't know if they're setting her up for a rematch or if they're just trying to give Alicia Fox the gimmick of flipping out after losing her matches. We're probably going to see it a lot if it is. But Paige got to keep her championship. Where we go from here? Probably on to the next heel. And then Evolution versus the Shield. Very, very good. This should have been the main event last time, but basically it was the main event this time. So many spots. Seth Rollins flying around, jumped off the top of the Titantron and took out Evolution. We saw the big spear from Roman Reigns a few times. We got to see Dean Ambrose highlighted. Are these guys ever going to break up? I'm not sure where you go from here with the Shield. There's no other, three-man band. There's no other three-man bands out there except for the three-man band. You're going to have to sort of put together a team of guys or maybe have them go on their way and start doing singles matches. And where they're a stable, where they're not really a tag team. There's been rumors of Roman Reigns versus Triple H, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be fun and entertaining to see what happens with Monday Night Raw tonight. Still waiting to sit down and crank up the WWE Network and rewatch Payback and give it one more time. But I'm sure everybody out there in Chicago, whether if it's Kevin, whether if it's Mike, or whether if it's Rai Rai, I think they all got their money's worth. They all got a good show. I noticed that it was worth it. It was fun. WWE Network, $10 a month, best money spent in the world.